here. It's cool. It's wonderful. The sweatiness of the city is starting to pass. It's like out of the past. The jungle left. It became this cool summer night. So crisp, so fresh, so clean. My friend John Chill is in the brace, and I don't know how he's doing, but I hope he's doing damn well. I hope he's kicking some butt. John Latan, the one and only from Roots Restaurant. I hope he's slaughtered. I hope he's dicey.
Were they just?
I hope he's chopped into those.
Was it just? Were they just?
Along the race.
Was it just?
John Latan.
Were they just?
I send you my best. Alright, I gotta get out of here and go meet a friend. And then go to bed.
Were they just?
10 a.m.
Shackled from feet to neck, stands a human object that was put to subject his treatment because he was a threat. Considered by society for committing crimes violently, causing many casualties lost by their families. Not able to understand why he took away their loved ones' lifespans by the force of his hands. Sitting in the courtroom, awaiting his doom from irrational decisions made too soon by a blasting boom. Only because he felt the need to make them bleed over material greed as his actions proceed and taking them out because he knew no other route except to air his anger out in a dangerous pout. As a former football player, once seen as a local legend, no one would reckon he would have done this without second guessing because of his past. Yet at last the jury came with a verdict that changed his life in a flash. Was it just? Were they just? 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 A child is crying in the crib while the mother is breaking with nothing to give her praise for God to forgive her for her scheme to rob the corner store, unlocking the back door in attempts to explore the goods and store. Returning home, but she wasn't alone in the building when the owner pointed his chrome adjacent to her dome, telling her to drop all that she took. With her hands in the air standing shook, she had to find a way and book. Seeing the assortment of canned goods and loose plywood, she stood waiting for the chance so she could grab one of them as she was explaining to him why she came at 11 p.m. reaching for the lumber. Adrenaline was racing through her to knock his gun away from her. Fighting on the ground, now taking this weapon, letting off a few rounds to have him lie dead with his face down. Was it just? Were they just? 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 In the middle of Brazil, where it's barely a cold chill, a billionaire has a plan to create a field where natives and rare plants have habitat in the way of making it flat, so he has to interact. Using force to take a village, paying a militia to kill and pillage, so he can have the privilege of seeing his image taking form as a violent storm without the news reports to inform the public, because it would be against the norm that he would admit to doing such a crime. Plus the networks are invested by his dimes. With the operation to start building the base for his corporation, buying out politicians of that nation for everything to go well, cleaning the dirt under his fingernails before he stuffed well the pasta shells off on the yacht in the South Atlantic, distant from the screams of pain.
That's pretty good.
Was it just? Were they just? 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 Were they just? Way live. Provoking one in, I step one in to get
sounds to me like the
just to mention my vision and what
we
it
have a
envisions
24-hour
when you take a listen to what
audio
is given.
that happens here.
I'm one in, I step one in
when we
to
go
get
off,
into
when we
begin
turn off
this
our radio.
mission.
And,
just to mention my vision and what it envisions when you take a listen to what is given. Live from North America direct to your area, causing mass hysteria from here to Bulgaria, reigning over the Black Sea. Master lock and key to be the MC that shots the industry complete over my own production. Rocking the function in conjunction to fix hip hop malfunctions, giving the public better material. My visual will spark the fire in any individual. Throwing the book out the nook to make
the audio board, but this thing overrides the audio board. So it's possible that people might have been tuning in and they might have been hearing all kinds of crazy music on top.
Leaving something for the time capsule. Still the baffle and rally
well, I haven't monitored it for a while, so it's possible that
simplicity. I'll enhance you mentally to a higher degree. Just wait and see. I'm one in, the step one in to get into begin this
that iTunes thing might have
just to mention my vision and what it envisions when you
if you're out there and you were listening and you heard a lot of music playing over people talking, let us know. Maybe it'll help clear the mystery up.
Just to mention my vision
have you
and what
been doing
it
the score?
envisions
When's the
when
last
you
time you
take a
did the
listen to
scoreboard?
what is given.
After the last time you called me.
Okay, well, I'll do a quick update. Okay, for the, okay, on the leaderboard, the 18, Poisonous Scorpion, position, well, their, actually, their number, and the position number is the number where you get positioned in the line when you start the race. So in a certain sense, there's already a kind of handicap for new people because they will get a higher number. And also it might have something to do with when you sign up. That might be also part of it. Whoever signs up first gets a lower number. But the people with the lower number can have as much as a 15-minute to a half-hour advantage over the others. And that doesn't make a difference really for soloists, but it does make a difference for these teams that are pretty aggressive and intense. So anyway, Poisonous Scorpion Razor Blade Fuego now has 23 laps. And so if you guys want to do the math, that's 23 times 4 plus miles. So they've done, sounds like it'll be over, just around, they're hovering around 100 miles right now. And we're into the 7th hour of the
my thoughts are enhanced to build and advance your mind
the
out of
18
circumstance from
that
this
share
pure
one
substance.
bicycle.
Doing miracles by the pencil and tune to the instrumental, so simple for me.
No matter what happens to that
I
bike,
have
they
this
have to
given
keep
ability.
So if you get a flat, if you break it, if some part, you know, you break a focus or something, you gotta
marvelous
fix it before you
orchestration
can get back
by my
on. So they work with
dedication,
that
the
handicap.
work this imagination to bring forth
The B
creations
team
in
is
the
able
class of a song upon the
to switch.
microphone.
Everyone gets
Inspiring how
to
it's
have their own
shown
bike
when I
if they
speak
want.
my
They
tone,
can have as many
vibrating
bikes as they
sound
want.
waves to engrave
They
this
also
wisdom
are
to be
the
brave,
top
free
team
and the
right now
slaves
is
to
at 22
obtain
laps.
what they crave.
That's
Amongst the
Noble
pros they go through
Optimator,
without the clue on
followed
what
by
they should do to go
Bangarang,
on and
which is
continue.
also at
Will not be
23
stuck
laps.
having the curse of
Bonus
luck.
laps,
They will gain
or
and
bonus
abduct
points,
the world
the
through
bonus
what I
checkpoints,
conduct. I push to
have all been
dominate
met
and elevate your
by
mind state to what the
everyone.
enemy
I'm looking down
create.
and all the way
Using these
down
tools taught from the
probably
golden rule to lay the jewels and take the masses
to
back
like the
to
7th or
school.
8th team.
I push
They
to
all have
dominate
their
and
10 bonus
elevate your mind
checkpoints.
state to what the enemy
So no one has an
and
advantage in
create.
terms of bonus checkpoints.
Using these tools taught from
And
the
so
golden rule to lay the
with the
jewels
bonus
and take
checkpoints,
the
Noble
masses back
Optimator
to
and
school.
Bangarang are both at
Transmitting
33
from my higher power over the
total,
tower. I'm only doing it to pollinate, see swarming flowers that constantly grow by this overflow.
and just
Pouring
as a
what I know
comparison,
out of experience from the
Poisonous
get-go.
Scorpion
Living the
Razor Blades and
fruitful
Fuego
existence,
are only at
reaching the
31.
greater distance of maturity, not
Because they only
for
have
an instant. Yet my
bonus
state is
laps
numbering
showing,
the
but
pages
it's
that last for
possible that
ages
those
until
bonus-
the outcome
those bonus
becomes
points
outrageous.
haven't come
Passing
through.
the charted levels, pushing the pedal to go beyond and not settle for less when it's
So moving
measurable.
along to the
To hit
male
your peak,
soloist,
never becoming weak.
Trevor Tim,
Every time I
who,
drop a leak
I
a
believe
track
has
in
won,
the streak of
the
being
last-
geeked. To hear me chat
definitely
for a
the
while,
last
loving
year
my
and the
style,
year here before, and he did very well in the previous year. He is doing incredibly well. He's got 21 laps. Compare that to a team where you're switching people. They have 22 laps. So he's only 2 laps behind the top team. People switching people. This guy's fighting by himself, and he's at 21 laps. Yeah, he's strong. The next person behind him is at 19 laps, which is really very strong as well.
To the masses, no matter what race, creed, or classes, on for everyone in national dashes of the vision, showing that I have a unified vision. You can envision what I'm recommending by my force of nature. Being the rhyme creator, I'm making out, embracing true flavor that I promise not to hold back when it comes to making tracks and outreach by a touch of that. You can count on me lyrically to be an MC, to raise the bar so respectfully.
PBR Tallboy.
For a change in the common ground to be found through the streets of sound, never letting you down, so you can blossom out in the rain with the needed sunlight you've been waiting for just to gain. I push to dominate and elevate your mind state. Do what I animate and create. Using these tools taught me from the golden rule to lay the jewels and take the masses out the school.
And that's 18 laps.
I push to dominate and elevate your mind state.
Even
Do
if
what I animate
she was
and
soloing
create.
against the males,
Using these
she
tools
would
taught me
be
from
in
the golden rule to lay the
fourth
jewels
place.
and take the
She's
masses
in fourth
back
place
to
right
school.
now. So she's
I push to
doing
dominate.
extremely well. She'd be tied for fourth among the men. But she's 3 laps ahead of
Using
the
these
next
tools.
one. So, and then moving on to tandem.
My favorite, short shorts.
Short shorts is at 15 laps they've gotten all their bonus points and with a total of 25. And they're followed by Vice Squad, with just 1 lap behind them. And then behind that, there's 2 Bellas and a bike. Kamat with 10 laps and it keeps going. There's altogether about 7 or 8.
Yeah, sounds like the Met is running in the pits because they were running close to second or third place.
Okay, so it looks like 28 BC or 23.
23 BC.
23 BC is here.
They're in house.
And what do you guys got in mind? What are you going to be doing tonight? Some songs? Okay. Why don't I step away then and let you guys take over? How long do you think you'll be here? Well, Ian from Stone Soup is gonna come and replace you. And he was scheduled for 4 a.m. So if you can hang in here for an hour and a half, that would be awesome. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll go back out there in the field and I might do a couple interviews. If you don't mind, I'll call in some interviews. How are those interviews working for you?
Oh, hey, they were working great as long as Rabbit would shut up. That's why I turned his mic off. That's why I sit by the board. Like I say on Sundays.
There's some Rabbi fans out there.
Oh yeah, but still, that's why on Sundays, you can't stop, only contain them. And that's why I gotta run the board on there because we'll run on. And some of the people that are that's the Rabbi. That's why we love him.
I can't say that I'm not in the same boat with Rabbi.
Yeah.
And
so do I, but
speaking also to your Michael Wordsworth. And Michael does you do a show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, breaking down the news. One of the most if Riverwest Radio had a race, you would be laps ahead of all the other radio personalities.
Right, because everybody kept on taking my bonus points away on Saturday.
But Michael, you're out here tonight. What is your impression of things? What do you feel about the Riverwest 24?
The spirits are high and the thighs are burning this evening. This should be like an annual event. It's almost a holiday out there. It's absolutely incredible. We have beautiful weather stretching from east to silhouette, the mood of the people that are walking around, and what colorful characters you will find here in our very own Riverwest community. This is why we live here. I mean, could you anywhere it is indeed a carnival of just festivities. I mean, you've got people all walks of life. Biking, I was actually out there earlier coming from Rochelle and Bow. I'm riding my bike along the Holden Bridge, and here come the racers, and it's just hilarious. I said, hey, good evening, guys. And, you know, it's just amazing because their spirits, I'm telling you, though, as I was biking up the hill on my cell phone in one hand and the other, you know, but still, I'm biking up the hill. I couldn't help but think to myself what these racers are going through right now. I'm telling you, you look at, you see somebody driving by on a bicycle and go, oh, that's pretty easy, and it is when you're coasting around, but I'm telling you, when you get up that hill and you start doing 2 or 3 laps, it stops being funny after a while. And you gotta really hand it to these people because they're out there pumping their thighs, keeping it going. And I'm telling you, you better be in shape for this kind of thing, and apparently they are, otherwise you're just gonna fall out. But you know what is not missing out there? A lack of support. Now I'm telling you, the people are out in droves. They're out on their front lawns, they've got music pumping, they've got clocks going. You have people got beverages for sale cheap for the race. I mean, it's just incredible. I don't know if they got permits, but who cares? You can get away with that kind of thing here in Riverwest.
After all.
It is Riverwest, and that's what we're about. What are we about? We're about not being about anything, right? Because we're constantly redefining what the meaning of anything is at any given moment. Rather than subscribing to the typical, we're anything but typical here. That's why the best and the brightest come here, find a home. You can't throw a rock in this community without killing a poet, a novelist, an artist. I mean, it would be a tragedy. I don't recommend you doing it.
No.
This is a disclaimer. By the way, all opinions and quotations
Or transgender snickerdoodle, but
Riverwest Radio.
You know, that gave me a thought, and that thought went right out of my brain.
yeah, okay,
But
well,
I did have something. I felt the spirit of what you were saying, Michael, and it. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Is, you know, I actually have done this race 3 times, and the energy that you feel when you're biking is also there. You feel such warmth and encouragement from the community when you're doing the bike.
Keeps you going.
It really gives you it gives you a kind of strength that you wouldn't get normally.
like psychic.
If you were out there all on your own, out in the middle of nowhere,
Oh, right.
it'd be a completely different experience. It really gives you a lot of strength to keep going.
And your comrades are right next to you, biking with you. And the competition aspect, I mean, we're playing it out because it's all in good fun. I mean, we appreciate the effort of everyone out there today. And no, it's a competitive thing, and I think
Yes.
And yet at the same time,
RiverwestRadio.com.
even though it's competitive,
It's
there
your
is a
boy
kind of
Quay
like
live
nod
right here on
to,
Live and Direct Show.
to the idea
last
that, you know, you
4
don't,
songs
it's
that we
not
played
really about
was
like
Let's
who's
Go
the strongest, toughest guy,
Joshua
you know, the most
competing
by
against
athletic
ourselves.
person.
Quay
It's
Live.
really, yeah, it's kind of a thing of
Which is
bettering
also
ourselves.
on
It's really
the
more about
Acknowledgeable
community
mixtape, the first
and about
one I
everyone.
dropped
And actually,
earlier
Jeremy, who's one of the
June,
coordinators of it,
late
you know,
May.
he emphasized
The next
to me when
joint
I
we
interviewed
have
him today,
is
and I've
The
heard him say
Rule,
it
which is
before.
off the Know You
This
Will
is really
mixtape
not
that
about
came out early July.
you, the big. I
The
forget how you
entrance
say it, like,
also
the big
came off the
you, but
Acknowledgeable. And I
it's
started the hour
big
off
U in
the big
us.
U.
Judgment.
Yeah, it's a big
You know what I'm saying?
and
Right off the
it's
Know
true.
You
It really
Will
is a feeling of
mixtape.
spirit of
Yeah, I'm
togetherness,
just playing
of everyone kind
my
of
material,
being
you know what I'm saying?
united as one.
Giving
which
you
is
all a little taste
really
of what
a rare experience.
Quay Live
You
has.
see that in the support
how
of the
the
people. The
placement,
people that live in the houses
camp
along
and all
the
of
track.
that, you know
It's
what
just
I'm saying?
amazing.
Trying to give you all
They've
a
got
little piece of
blankets
what's
out
going
there,
on.
these cute little
You know what I
lights.
mean?
This is
In
an
any
event for them
possible
taking place
outlet
right here in
that I
your
have,
neighborhood.
and
They're
I'm
staying up. Good
grateful
Lord, I'm sure
to
everybody should have went to bed hours ago.
RiverwestRadio.com to give
I
me
mean, what is it? What hour are we
privilege
into
to,
right now?
you know,
We're into,
feed your, you
I
know,
believe it's the
nutritious
7th hour of the race. Yeah,
music,
7 and
you
a
know
half
what I mean?
hours
Like,
into
nah,
the race.
man, there's
Ouch, 7 and
a
And
lot
we've
of
got another,
ingredients
and
in here, some
and-
iron, some
we've got
calcium,
till
you know what I'm
7
saying?
p.m. tomorrow,
Trying to give
which
you
is
all, you
kind of
know,
amazing.
something
We're
that you
gonna
all
go-
can build.
We're not even anywhere
off of.
near 7 a.m.
Yeah, so we're
yet,
gonna keep it
let alone
moving.
7 p.m. tomorrow.
Play a couple
Thank
more
goodness Fuel
joints.
Cafe right next door
You know
is
what I'm
open
saying?
because I
You're
think we're
streaming
going
me
to
right
need the
now.
coffee.
I'm not really doing
Yes,
anything.
and that's
you
the
know
other
what I
thing
mean? I'm
that
just
came
chilling,
to mind when
falling
you were
on the
talking.
phone or Facebook or
It's
whatnot.
really interesting.
But
to be in a
anyway, we're
community
gonna keep it
where
moving
everything
and keep on
is
playing,
still
you
going
know,
on, where the
my
community
material.
doesn't go
I
to
mean,
sleep
like,
at night. That's kind of one of the
I
things that
have
I really
to,
like
you know
about
what I'm
New
saying?
York
Because
City. Is
how
that,
else are you gonna
you know, it's a city
actually
where
know
you can
what I
still
sound like
do something
you don't
at
have
6
the
in the
privilege
morning
of
or
streaming
5
it
in the morning
listening
or
to
4 in the morning, there's
things
still activity
like this,
in the streets.
you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I like
so
about
I'm gonna
this
give you what I
event, is that
can,
it feels to
you know what I
me
mean?
like we're in a
Try
a
to
town
help
that doesn't
promote
sleep. It just
myself in the
keeps on
movements
going
that
and
I'm
things
trying
keep
to
happening.
do,
Even though right
not
now
just
it's,
with
you know,
music,
2:30 in the
but
morning.
everything else that's
And
involved
it's
with it.
amazing too. I got to comment how safe.
But
our
we're gonna keep
streets
it
have
moving.
become
I'm going
here.
into my next
I'm
joint,
walking along, biking along
acknowledgeability.
all the time, and I'm
off
not
of the
saying let's not take any precautionary
mixtape.
measures, but it's
And
just
we're-
really reassuring.
keep it,
Frankly,
you know
it's
what
a
I'm saying?
pleasant
Live and direct.
community. You can
Boy,
walk
Quay
down,
live
you
right
can
here
wave,
on
say
Riverwest
hi to everybody, and
Radio
that's the warmth you were speaking
.com.
of earlier.
Right.
Indeed, and it's after a while you start to get to know each other's names. There's so many wonderful local businesses, diverse galleries. It is incredible. In fact, my sister lives out in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and she saw a documentary on some TV show. It must have been a cable television network, and the documentary was about Riverwest.
Oh, really?
It was amazing because the impression she derived from that documentary was very positive. She called me up and she said, Michael, you live there now? And I said, yes, it's Riverwest Community. She said, that is a really amazing community.
Yeah.
And it is.
And you know, I don't know how long you've lived. You've been around here for quite a while, right, Mike?
I lived here at one point, moved away, and came back. And when I came back, I had not realized how much it progressed here. Riverwest Video, the place where we're broadcasting out of right now, right in the front window here, it didn't exist. There was a bookstore here, and quite a few businesses have changed around here, but I was amazed to come back and find the resurgence of creative folk that came. It seemed like it was waning for a while here in Riverwest.
Yeah, things come in waves.
They do.
Yeah, and what I'd like to add to that is I think that we live in difficult times, and you talk a lot about that on your show, and I talk a lot about it in just sort of my day-to-day interactions with people, and we live in troubled times, but they are times of change, and in a time of change like the one that we're in now, one of the interesting things that happens, and they talk about it in the Great Depression era, is that community, you know, when people don't have as much, when things are taken away from them, then they kind of bond together a little bit more, and I feel like that's been happening as the economy's been sort of hitting people hard at home. It's brought community. I mean, maybe I'm venturing a guess here, but I'm venturing to guess that this community has been strengthened by the adversity, by Scott Walker's attack on Wisconsin, for example, has really brought out all the people in Riverwest who are teachers, for example, and affected by it. In fact, this whole race is started by public school teachers.
Indeed.
Yeah, and so that kind of strength of community in the face of adversity is kind of an encouraging thing, sort of flip side to the coin. You know.
Adversity definitely brings out the better side of us as human beings. If you look at history, you'll consistently find that people in times of great strife, when they're struggling, something about it actually makes this altruistic bent kick in, and people, and I think it's because at that point we start relating to each other as human beings in a community, and the facade, the thin veneer of civilization kind of wears off for a moment, and we're really confronted with our humanity. That
maybe part of it is that we are made vulnerable by adversity, and then by seeing that we're vulnerable, we begin to sympathize with other people and realize that we need each other. That's one of the things, one of the assets you can't take away. You can take away our treasure, our gold, our money, but you can't take away
our humanity.
You can't take us away from one another, and that's one of the things that you will always have, no matter how little money you have.
And that's why this event is important today. It's more than just the competition or the fundraising. It is indeed about bonding the community. Thank you. Chill in the house, everyone. Just brought me a fresh cup of coffee. Thank you, good sir. And that today we are really feeling that bondedness. In a sense, we're artificially creating a nice adversity, and that is the race itself. Gravity is the adversity, and it's contrived, but nonetheless, it is bonding us together. It's a nice distraction from the true adversities we face every day.
Right. and it's a positive, it's a creative solution to difficulty. And I think a lot of times people feel that they need to react with fighting, for example. But here people are reacting with creativity by making something.
Which is a way of fighting in itself. I mean, right. I guess if you feel that urge, some of that's just inherent to some of us. Some of us have more of a fight in them. Yeah. Usually it's supplemented through sports activity, wherein we identify with this sort of tribalistic team rivalry, and then we don't seem to have enough fight in us for actual issues right. We talk about all the time on Breaking Down the News, right. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3:30 p.m.
Right. And Noam Chomsky talks about how, sometimes we think, those couch potato Americans, they are sitting in their lazy boys and they don't know anything about what's happening with politics. But ask them about the statistics of last year's football season. Ask them, you want to ask them who their congressperson is and who their opinions on politics. They may not know anything, but you ask people about, what they know about sports stars, and they have all the stats. They have all the information. So in a sense, it's not that people are stupid, it's that people are misinformed or they're diverted from the real issues that are affecting their lives.
But don't let out a little secret here in Riverwest now, otherwise this is a worldwide broadcast. Yeah. Everybody's going to flock here if you let out the little known secret that one of the reasons why we love this community is because you're more inclined to find a meaningful conversation and people that have no clue as to what sports events are going on versus and that's why we love it here. I mean,
we have a call, Michael, and I'm gonna
right.
Hello, can you Hello, who's that?
Hey, this is Mur.
Hi, Mur. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm with Michael Wordsworth, and we're talking about
We're breaking down the race.
We're breaking down the race with Michael Wordsworth.
Breaking it down right now. I'm with Rabbi and Dan at the Vulture Space Bottle, Burleigh and Humboldt. How are you guys doing?
Cool. So what's happening at the Vulture Space?
We are having a great time, and my guy Sasha wants to talk to you guys. Can you give me half a second?
Sure. And
Sasha, they want to speak to you on the Riverwest 24 line.
Hey, Mur, before you leave, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
I guess we got Sasha. Hello, Sasha.
Hey, yeah.
Hi, this is Zav. We talked earlier tonight. I saw you at the store, and you're part of you're working with the Vulture Space?
Yes, I am.
And how's that going? What are you guys doing?
We're repairing bikes. We had a lady come in that she had to repair her seat. Her saddle needed to be adjusted. Simple repair. We had another guy come in who is saddle needed repair. He had lost some nuts and bolts, and we were able to jelly rig it with zip ties. Then we had another person come in we had a bunch of people come in for air. We've had other people come in for a little bit of tune-up. We've had a few flat tires. We've had people that didn't have any lighting. And we've had some really inexpensive lights that we've been able to sell people. We've just been pretty much just on standby here, taking care of any problems people have had.
Well, Sasha, tell me something, because I know a little bit, very vaguely. I met you for a few minutes earlier today, but you were introduced to me as coming from New Orleans. So, were you part of a bike space in New Orleans?
Yeah, Evan, who runs Vulture Space, which is a new bike collective here in Milwaukee, he lived in New Orleans part of the season and worked at our bike collective in New Orleans, Plan B. And we worked there together as volunteers, helping people learn how to fix on bikes.
And can you make a comparison between your experience in New Orleans and your experience here in Riverwest tonight? Do you see parallels?
Well, we do not have any kind of bike event that is even half as cool as Riverwest. I mean, this is like the first time I've ever experienced anything like this, and it is incredible.
So you had a chance to ride around, check things out?
I don't even think it would be possible in New Orleans. It's a dangerous city.
Well, you know what? I gotta say, Riverwest is a dangerous, not the safest neighborhood. I mean, we have a murder pretty much every summer in this neighborhood. We recently had a murder happen just about 3 blocks from where I am right now, for absolutely no reason. There's a lot of senseless violence that encroaches upon us in this neighborhood, but still, you just can feel the sense of safety tonight, and that people are just, there's just a warmth. And so I would say never say never. It's possible that when people come together, a lot of those things, that kind of random violence, I feel like it comes from alienation and a sense that, go ahead, say what you're going to say.
Yeah, I think I totally get what you're saying, because I'm here at station number 2. And the entire block is involved. And this is like, you know, when people are talking about getting communities together to fight against violence, when communities band together and come out of the street and work together and they know each other, and, you know, violence is not going to happen. And that's what I see here in Riverwest. There's this, like, incredible community spirit, and people are out everywhere. And people are like,
yeah,
just this energy, this community energy, and this love and enthusiasm. It's inspiring.
Well, I'm really glad that you came up here. You know, it's nice to hear a perspective from someone from another town. And I have to say that, you know, a lot of people I know look up to the people of New Orleans and the people of Detroit as being sort of, those are cities that are a little bit like harbingers of things to come in, not just America, but especially in the United States. And seeing the ways in which communities are bonding together and thinking outside of the box and thinking creatively, all of that is a huge inspiration to people in these areas that are not as hard hit as you guys have been.
Well, I hope that we can be inspired by Milwaukee, because, you know, we've had some alley cats and stuff like that, but this is the coolest thing, bike thing that I have seen, and I'm really excited to be there.
Well, thanks for talking to us, and keep up the good work, and maybe I'll come visit you guys and interview you again by phone later on.
Cool, we're here all night, and if anyone's out there listening that has, if they know anyone that's going to have any kind of bike problem, station number 2 will be here.
And station number 2, where are you located?
We're just, you know, there's the turnaround at station number 2. People punch their hole, and then they make the U-turn around, and there's our sign right at the U-turn. We're, like, right set up.
Yeah, and
so we can fix people and get them back on their way in, like, a second.
And that's at Humboldt. That's Humboldt and Burleigh, just east of Humboldt.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Sasha, and talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye, Zach. Thanks a lot, man.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
All right. I feel a little guilty because 23BC is here, and they've been sitting patiently waiting for us to hand them over the baton so they can do their thing. Do you guys need anything in specific any specific thing to do your show? Or you be set to go? Okay. I'm going to step out of the booth, and I'm going to let 23BC come in here and take over and do their thing. Thank you, Mike. Do you guys mind if I call in at a certain point? Have you ever taken a call in?
No, actually, I probably sit over there then.
This the white button picks up the phone, and this slide, and then you slide around. Yep. Push the white button, bring up the slider, red is hang up. That's all there to it. Yeah, that's my I wasn't there to show you how to sing it. So we'll see soon. We'll try to work that out. Okay, that's fine, Tyler. Put it wherever you feel safe. I'll put it back where you feel safe. Better understand that we coming with more things to bring.
Hello. Are we on?
So how long do you guys think you'll be on? You want us on. So Ian gets here around 4?
We can try our best.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come back. I'll check in with you. All right, sounds good. All right.
Welcome to the podcast, guys. Don't be nervous.
It's on right now, right?
Yeah, just like I say, I'm world famous 1 hour.
Are we on the air?
I think so.
Well, hello. My name is Jacob Hay, and this is Uriel. Introduce yourself. Uriel Olson. And we are from the group 23BC, a new experimental progressive rock group here in Riverwest.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna do some songs for you. I'm kind of tired, but come out here 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, those guys are out there working hard. We want to give them a big shout out, working hard. Good luck to whoever decides to win.
Whoever decides to win the Riverwest 24.
So what are we going to do first there, Mr. Hay?
Well, we should start off with 23BC, part 1.
Alright, let's do it.
So this is a song we did, I think, last year. And Uriel's adjusting his microphone. So we'll be with you in a minute. Alright.
Now y'all wondering why you took so long while I was studying and creating songs that I felt would fit my first.
We just did our first show here Thursday at 8 o'clock. We'll be doing another one next week, Thursday at 8. And let's start you off with a song here, 23BC, part 1. Sky mirror, won't you take us to your world? Sky mirror, won't you take us to your world? Consume me and send me on my way, drifting in and out of the thoughts behind your face. I hear the prophets invoke the ways beyond your ways. I hear a distant call as the wind begins to sway. The waters neath the waters in the firmament of day. As I read the writer's scroll, I seem to hear his voice. Sounds of colors and of patterns breaching mind's wall of choice. Sky mirror, won't you take us to your world? Sky mirror, won't you let your love unfurl?
Quay Live back again, right here on RiverwestRadio.com.
That was 23BC Part 1 by 23BC.
Let's go in a couple songs that was played in that last set. What You've Been Doing off of the Acknowledgeable mixtape by me.
You should speak a little closer to the microphone.
Yes, I should. All right.
Same with Scholastic.
This one really doesn't work.
Gotta believe. That's
well, you gotta put your
and
mouth
also
on
started off the set with Acknowledgeability.
it. Put your mouth on it.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing a lot of songs, especially on this show, from the Acknowledgeable mixtape.
What are we gonna do?
That was like more of a full length. And the last project that I dropped, Know Ye Will, was more of an EP sounding thing, you know what I mean? And of course, all the production's done by me, you know what I mean? The simple snares and kicks and all of that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it's all my couple things that I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I did promise to play some new stuff this week, especially from You Will Know project, but I'm like waiting on a couple verses for that and trying to get everything put together in the pot, you know what I mean? Want it to sound nice now that I have basically an outlet, you know what I'm saying, besides doing shows or open mics or whatnot. This is like a good outlet for me to play my material, you know what I mean, and give the people a little taste of what to expect to play live in the late night, all that. And what we trying to do and what we trying to bring to the table for not just Milwaukee, but the whole great lakes in the world, you know what I mean? You can hear the messages, what I'm trying to do here, you know what I mean? Not on that nonsense, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm just bringing truth, real life music, real hip hop, you know what I mean? This is me every day. You're gonna see this coming out of me every day. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Every day. So we're gonna keep it moving, get to a couple more joints. I might as well flip and play the remix to Joshua right here, right now on Riverwest Radio with this movement. You know what I mean? Get everything just like that. So we're gonna keep it moving right here at RiverwestRadio.com with more hotness from Play Live right here on the live in our radio. Let's keep it moving.
Close. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. In your Close. Lyrical Messiah. They not.
Doing cover.
Lyrical Messiah.
All right. Would you like to talk about something, or do you want to go into another song? We can talk about Organization for Inspiration. Organization for Inspiration is a collective organization I started in December of 2008. We are aiming to get a 501c3 nonprofit status when the time comes. But right now what we're doing is we organize multimedia gatherings to promote various activist issues that we call Art Not Apathy gatherings. And yeah, each one is centered around a common focal point, like one we threw at the Miramar Theater called Art Not Apathy, a gathering to promote ecological awareness with our friends, the Earth Poets and Musicians, came in and did their thing. Jeff Nyabash, Harvey Taylor, and all the wonderful people in the Earth Poets and Musicians came and performed, and we had a wonderful show. So they're multimedia gatherings of visual arts, music, poetry readings, interactive art with the audiences, film, etc. And it's a wonderful kind of happening that we provide. And I'm hoping to do another one pretty soon to promote unity between all faiths. So keep an eye out for that one. We do some other projects on the side, like for instance, one of the projects we're working on right now is called Poetry in Place. The concept was made by Gene Dean, local poet, and basically what we'll be doing is filming poets reading poetry in front of the places that inspired the poems, and also reading poetry in front of spaces that resonates with. Oh, we've got a caller. One moment. This is Riverwest Free Radio. Who's this? Evan. How are you doing, Evan?
How's everything going?
Everything's going pretty good, Evan. How's it going with you?
Alright, Vulture Space is fixing bicycles right now. I think checkpoint 2 has been the most jumping spot. It has been super duper fun.
Is everybody drunk over there?
What's that?
Is everybody drunk?
There are definitely some blue towns here.
Alright. How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm just joyriding on the tall bike. People love that.
Yeah, I just saw you ride by past here. I was wondering who that was. That was awesome.
There you go. That was me. Yeah, the rabbi's over here. I think he's selling Eunice fly traps.
Alright.
Bought a couple for the bike collective downtown. Hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm gonna get running. I'll call you back.
All
okay.
Right, sounds good.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Exalted and know that you forfeit off the coordinates because the forces to support it get the full subordinates. By my elaborate establishment, these words will impact a bit through the tactics abstract.
Yeah, I was talking about the organization, and yeah, we've got Poetry in Place, and another project I'm working on with that is called Milwaukee Portraits, where we'll be interviewing various people throughout the Milwaukee community and getting their life stories in a nutshell. And the first person I'm working with is Jim Godsell. He's got a lot to talk about, so we'll probably be doing a series with him. And if you're interested in telling your life story, please contact us at artnotapathy1@gmail.com or go to our website, artnotapathy.org, and there you'll be able to be forwarded to our email address or other contact information. And if you're a poet, we have a spot on our website for poetry called the Inspired Writings page, where you can share your poems with other people. And if you're a visual artist, we have an online art gallery. And also, if you're a poet, you can be a part of the Poetry in Place project if you're interested. So please contact us at artnotapathy1 at gmail.com. And the website, once again, is artnotapathy.org. Uriel, do you want to maybe do another song?
Yes. Live in the Rec Show is back right here on riverwestradio.com. That was The Spirit off of the Know You Will tape, and also played.
Let's do an original. I'm thinking Someone to See.
I guess, like, you know what I mean, right now this is, I guess, the shout out time and acknowledgement time before I get out of here and play one song before I go. I guess from what I'm hearing, the Riverwest bike, 24-hour bike race or whatever, marathon went well. Shout out to all the people that were involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully some of y'all, my listeners, keep listening. Also, a couple of things. What else? You know what I mean? Like, shout out to you for listening to the Live in the Rec Show, you know what I'm saying? I could, like, mention a couple other things, but, you know what I mean? It's not really that important, you know what I mean? But we're going to keep it moving. Again, you can check me out next week, same time, 7 p.m. on Sundays, right here on riverwestradio.com. Playing more exclusive material from Quaylive. Quaylive's Live in the Rec Show. Keep it, positive and all that. So we're going to keep it moving. Get one more join in, and then, what's the next, who are y'all? What's the name of y'all show? Wow, I'm tongue twisted right now with what they just said, but I think it's gonna be a very informative show. Hopefully it's like a talk show. Oh, wow, I might have to come one of these days and just like stay and see. Y'all can pick my brain a little bit and see where I'm at. But yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. They're gonna pick your brain and give you some wisdom, just like I try to give you more music. We're gonna keep it moving and go into David on riverwestradio.com.
Girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, and fiancés.
Prepare to take notes to these quotes that evoke you to bob your throat like you're shaking from a choke. I got rhymes to quote the beat the rope, helping you from sinking the throat with a better hope. Prepare to take notes to these quotes that evoke you to bob your throat like you're shaking from a choke. I got rhymes to quote the beat the rope, helping you from sinking the float with a better hope. Alkaline rhymes off of the pond, the quote I can score at any time. For the sake of the mind, needing better encouragement. You just have to exercise your regiments. I represent for your excellence, commanding your attention. You got to listen just to beat my understanding, cause it's superb comprehension. Thought an execution to be respected by a professor at your nearest institution with solutions. For the populace, I move with a thrust to serve justice. If it wasn't obvious, and my skills and abilities lyrically should be one of your favorites recorded in memory. Through powerful combinations, jab for jab, I get some penetration, hitting all points in the tab. Showing that you spit a bit, as soon you will acknowledge it. It's pure and dominant. Prepare to take notes to these quotes that evoke you to bob your throat like you're shaking from a choke. I got rhymes to quote the beat the rope, helping you from sinking the float with a better hope. Prepare to take notes to these quotes that evoke you to bob your throat like you're shaking from a choke. I got rhymes to quote the beat the rope, helping you from sinking the float with a better hope. Penmanship with a tight grip to let me rip off of the tip and flip your wig in the zip. Crushing obstacles to the true particle, underline article. Free the marvel in the manner to teach, able to reach by the way I preach from the pulpit. I get you open door. I give a speech for everyday people arrested, development, treated unequal amongst the system so free. Either saving us or doing us to just be all trustful and power us because it's a must.
Well, that was Somebody to See by 23BC. And
victoriously.
We're open to receiving calls if any of you are interested. The phone number is 414-935-2951. So if you want to talk about something, just give a ring and let us know. You're going to have to speak a little closer to that microphone.
Indeed, you are right, my friend. All right. I hope everybody's feeling lovely out there tonight. I know I am. I know me and Jake are. My friend D outside, he's having a good time, supporting us, supporting the bike ride. Love Riverwest, love the people of Riverwest. Love everything about it.
Everything in one sum will equal a great amount of wisdom given out on the random conversation on what I gained to stop within this pain, building up more to contain in each of my veins. Pumping regenerated plasma from my heart matter to continue.
Well, we're going to be here for the next like 55 minutes.
During changing seasons where the conscious reason
don't go away.
Like a beacon for what you've been seeking.
Riverwest Radio,
crush tracks annually popping up like a canopy.
Let's do another cover.
What do you want to do?
I'm thinking we should do Disarm by the Smashing Pumpkins.
Distributing lines off of the page that will make the crowd go and rage. They will be moved to a new direction while I'm supplying answers to all of their questions. Prepare to take notes to these quotes that invoke you to bob your throat like you're shaking from a joke. I got rhymes to quote to be the rope, helping you from sinking afloat with a better hope. Prepare to take notes to these quotes that invoke you to bob your throat like you're shaking from a joke. I got rhymes to quote to be the rope, helping you from sinking afloat